Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're bringing some serious energy to a topic that literally has the power to transform your child's future. We're diving into the goal of making Python coding accessible, exciting, and completely demystified for children aged 10 and up. If you've ever thought coding was just for computer scientists, well, prepare to have your mind changed.
All right, here's our reassuring roadmap for today. We're going to cover why Python for kids, some real-world coding analogies, their first steps in Python, a few recommended books, and finally, the journey ahead. Let's get right into it.
So, Section 1. Why Python for kids? First off, let's address the elephant in the room. With dozens of programming languages out there, why is Python widely considered the ultimate first text-based language? But wait, before we even talk about the code, we need to talk about you. We're addressing your parent anxiety directly with this critical question. Do you need a tech background to teach this? The answer is a massive, resounding no. Research actually shows that your genuine interest, just asking questions and exploring side by side with your child, is infinitely more valuable than any prior technical knowledge. You absolutely do not need to be a software engineer to make this happen.
And this right here brilliantly illustrates exactly why Python is so beginner-friendly. We're looking at the exact same logic, just checking if a player's score is high enough to win. In Java, you got parentheses, curly brackets, system.out.println. It's just a lot of visual clutter, right? But look at Python. If score is greater than or equal to 100, print you win. It's that simple. Python's creator, Guido van Rossum, intentionally designed the language to read as close to plain English as possible. There's practically nothing to translate.
Now, here is a fun little piece of trivia that kids always find genuinely amusing. The language isn't actually named after the snake. No way! It was named after the British comedy group Monty Python's Flying Circus. The whole snake logo thing came later. You know, sharing little facts like this really breaks the ice and makes the learning process a lot more fun.
Moving on to Section 2, Real-World Coding Analogies.
Okay, let's bridge the gap between everyday life and computer code to build some immediate confidence. Abstract concepts become super intuitive the moment they're mapped to something familiar. Think of a variable as a storage box in a room. It's literally just a labeled box. The label on the outside of the box is the variable's name, like score, or lives remaining. The value is what's inside the box. So when a player loses a life in their game, you open the box labeled lives remaining, take out the number 3, put in a 2, and close it. The label stays exactly the same, only the contents inside change. And boom, that is a variable.
Next up, loops. The crucial point here is that a loop simply repeats a set of instructions. Imagine a morning routine. Wake up, brush teeth, eat breakfast, pack your bag, leave. You repeat that exact same sequence 5 days a week for school. In code, instead of writing those steps out 5 separate times, you just write them once and tell the computer to repeat them. It's exactly like a daily school morning routine. Then we have conditionals. Conditionals are just decision trees based on facts. It's completely natural to how kids already make choices. Think of a school trip. The teacher says, if it's raining, we'll go to the museum. Otherwise, we'll go to the park. The decision totally depends on the condition of the weather. Well, Python does the exact same thing. It checks a condition and runs the right block of code based on whether it is true or false.
And lastly, functions. Think of a function as a named recipe. It lets you call that recipe anytime without having to list out every single baking step all over again. When someone says, make pancakes, that phrase triggers a whole sequence, getting flour, adding eggs, mixing, and heating the pan. In Python, you define that recipe once, and whenever you need it, you just call it by its name. It's a real game changer.
All right, Section 3, First Steps in Python.
So, let's see how all this builds into an actionable 15-minute introductory session you can easily do at home. Instead of teaching abstract theory, just walk your child through these 4 exact steps to produce a working program in their very first session. Step 1. Print personal text to the screen, like their name. Step 2. Use the input command to have the computer ask them a question. Step 3. Add a decision using an if-else statement. And Step 4. Add a loop to show them how the computer can repeat things effortlessly. Let me tell you, seeing their own text pop up on the screen creates a massive aha moment.
And hey, while you're guiding them, please remember to remind yourself and your kids to normalize not knowing. Professional developers look things up constantly. Sitting side by side and saying, let's look it up together, actually mirrors real-world software engineering perfectly. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to be the co-pilot.
Moving right along to Section 4, Recommended Python Books.
Let's showcase a specific toolkit of resources that can guide you and your child through some really fun, interactive projects. This fantastic, colorful book guides kids through hilarious examples and helps them build complete games. Python for Kids features quirky elements like ravenous monsters and secret agents just to keep things light. By the end of it, your child will have actually programmed a clone of the famous game Pong and a platformer called Mr. Stickman Races for the Exit. How cool is that?
Dr. Bryson Payne's book is another absolutely incredible resource, packing in visual, game-oriented exercises. Kids will learn turtle graphics to draw geometry, they'll build interactive apps with sound, and they'll even write programs to encode and decode secret messages. Plus, they get to code fully playable games like War, Yahtzee, and Pong.
And just look at this glowing testimonial. It perfectly captures why these resources are praised by everyone from university professors to NASA experts. When a cybersecurity expert at NASA says a book is the definitive programming guide for parents and kids to enjoy together, you know for sure you are looking at top-tier material.
Finally, Section 5, The Journey Ahead.
We've seen the basics, but let's look at how this early foundation scales into a lifelong professional skill. Looking at this progression, it's pretty clear Python isn't just a toy language they're going to outgrow. The exact same code a beginner uses to build a number guessing game, those variables, loops, and conditionals we talked about, is used by professionals. By the time they reach the intermediate stage, they are building web apps and multi-level games. And at the advanced stage, they are literally utilizing Python for machine learning and data science to build AI. It is truly a language that grows with them.
So, I want to leave you with this provocative thought. From a 10-year-old's simple text game all the way to tomorrow's AI architecture, what will your child build first? I really hope this explainer has encouraged you to take that first step and empower your child's digital future. You've got the roadmap, you've got the analogies, and you have the tools. Now go have some fun coding together.